All right. Welcome to day 534. The journey begins. Looks like all of our monitoring is set up. So we're going to get right to working on some ravine work. All of our counters are good. Everything okay. We are on the journey begins realm. We are over at Inkwood, working on the ravine. Here's the plan for today to get a few layers done of that. I should probably drop off some stuff. We are also live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. If you like the stream, feel free to stick around. And if you really like it, feel free to share it out. Our next milestone on TikTok is 500 followers on our way to 1,000. And we're trying to get to 70 followers and affiliate on Twitch. And we forgot to go back to... What's the best way to get back? What do we want to do? Okay, I think we'll just... Yeah, we're just going to have to fly there and back. So we go through the nether, which will save some time, but we have to go reasonably far. That won't take us to Overmorrow. Okay. Running through the map in my head. So we're just going to go back. I'm going to grab a little TNT from Overmorrow and head back. I forgot to do that yesterday, so... I'm going to spend probably in the neighborhood of 5 minutes to get to Overmorrow and back. I guess we'll find out since we're at the top of the stream. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Other group is UK over on Twitch. Probably should pay attention to the screen while I'm flying. Making sure all of our streams are up and going. All right. Okay, so that looks okay. Yeah, we got enough rockets to get back to, so we'll have to top up next time. I like to keep between 2 and 3 stacks of rockets on us. Because we do a lot of jumping in and out of the ravine. It gets a little deeper. The Happy Cast helps, and the ravine's wide enough we can use it a little bit, but it's usable, but not ideal for that use case. I think using it for the wall would be a much better use case where it only has one side it has to worry about getting caught on. I think that will be a good use case. What else? Oh yeah, gonna go get our TNT down here. Our stream layout is the same from yesterday. I'm working on replacing the Twitch follower goal with a custom one. One, two. We'll do 3. We need a lot of it for the nether, but we're not to that point just yet. Do we have? Well, we got. Yeah, I think we're good. We can always make more flint and steel because we have plenty of flint. We just have to put some boxes that are in. Right. We are a storyback builds and kind of low-key chill, relaxed kind of stream. So just to make sure we're setting proper expectations. And this is roughly the time that we stream. We start between 10 and 11 a.m. Pacific time. And we stream for between 1 and 2 hours right now. If we start getting a little more traction, we might stream more often. But we have other projects to work on to pay the bills. Where are we going? Oh, right. Back to Inkwood. To catch a little glimpse of the scenery below and what's real and what's, what you call it, hallucination. Not just the chunks loading in, but things that aren't even there. So, yeah, you could see like part of a mountain, like where that's coming from. So, oh, you get a kind of feel for the level of depth that we're going for over here. Yeah, we need something like this for like a training course too. That was one of our old school things, was building some kind of training course for Elytra. Uh-oh. Audio sounding okay? Okay. Let's over. Let's do something like this. This is roughly in the middle. So we're cutting a little channel here so that we can drop the TNT into it and get more impact out of it. So creating some cracks that we can drop the TNT into. And we posted on, yeah, we uploaded it on the gaming channel, and on TikTok we have a little time lapse. I guess you should call it a time lapse. We took a bunch of clips and then kind of sped it up and posted that for the eastern wall. So let's. Oh, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Welcome in. How's the Friday going, and any Minecraft projects for anyone in chat? And on that note, in addition to streaming times, we will be streaming Satisfactory at some point tonight. So we'll have dinner, some gym time, and then Satisfactory. So a little bit larger window until we kind of get that schedule more concrete. But it'll be sometime between probably 7 and 9 p.m. Pacific time. Which I know is a little bit of a window, but once we do get it dialed in, we'll have a more regular time. We want to have a more consistent time, at least down to at least half an hour, I think is reasonable. Okay, so let's continue putting our. Okay, so I think we're pretty good. All right, so that's pretty good. Now we need to go find some flint because we did not make one when we came over because we were going to grab it here. So no flint there. We've got some coal here. We don't need that. But we have plenty of dirt, so we could take some dirt back. Drop off that. Now we need to be cautious and do that. Okay. Because we're going to need to drop off our dirt so we have room to create a few iron ingots. And debating whether we should do the TNT at night or whether we should do it during the day. One of those and then one of those. Now the question is, okay. We have a. I don't think we have a lot of leaves down here that we need to worry about. So the question is, will look good. I mean, we'll need to, do you know at the time? When we got here and back in less than 10 minutes because we have been doing this for a little bit. Let's see what that does. So when that blows up, we're not going to see down much, and it's not really an actual explosion. So I think we'll grab some carrots, sleep, and then we'll go launch our TNT. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Somewhere along this wall is our TNT. And we'll take note. It'll probably be close to, oh, there it is. There's our line. So we'll come over here. So we can start it from up here and then get a better vantage point. Which led me to think about some of the happy gas. I think it works well if you're doing things from underneath or maybe directly in front of you, like the wall or a floating city. But for things like our ravine, it's not as good because unless you could control it from like a hanging boat, you wouldn't be able to dig down from on top of the gas easily. So having something to allow that would also be nice. I mean, I know you can just stand and dig down, but having the safety element would be nice. And you could put that behind, gathering something and like a happy gas. And so you put the time and effort into well, that didn't work out well. So we're at 1420 or so. Okay. So 1420 to like 1440. Oh, thank you. Good to be back. Oh, sorry, we are going to have to block that off a little. Oh, okay, I guess these did go off. We just didn't see it. So it must have been beyond kind of the render distance. Okay. Grab a few things here, I guess. Iron here. And that. Does that cut it all off? You leave some in here. Okay. Now we can lay down some more TNT. Okay. And we dig another shaft. Yeah, let's dig another shaft. Okay. And then that will clear out this wall and make this a little wider, and that'll get us down a few layers. Kind of make up for not doing as much yesterday. And we don't have the same time restrictions today, so we're going to shoot for an hour and a half, maybe 2. And again, yeah, we're going to replace the Twitch. The plan is to replace the Twitch follower goal with the custom one. So we're working on a little React page for that with the Twitch API. Takes a little work. I think we're making progress. So we'll take this to the wall here. And we're up to 115 likes on Twitch. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, okay, I think we can do this. And then I will leave that in there. Oh. Great. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So 2. Okay. I think that works out pretty well. Maybe we'll try to watch this one from down here. And we'll follow this through. So that worked out pretty well. Let's do a little cleaning up, I guess. All right, so let's go. Clean up some of this. Okay, that didn't quite clean up everything. Okay, so let's clear out this diorite. So let's clear to the back. Let's make sure all of this is nice and clean. It does save us some time, but we want to make sure that everything is in a good state. It doesn't have to be perfect because we want it to be a little rough. And if the roughness is okay here, then it's something we don't have to worry about as much later. We can make pretty good progress, I think. Okay. So this is gonna need that. Yeah. I oh, knock that down. Okay. All right, all right. Let's get things cleaned up here. Okay, so I think we're pretty good there. Go up and down the side of the wall a few times. And then we'll start working our way to the southern wall. Oop. Okay. All right. We have some gravel there. Okay. More gravel. Cut through here. Now we'll cut down one more. We'll run through this. And there we go. Uh-oh, zombies are coming. Whoops. Uh-oh. Right, let's grab an axe and some bone meal. Okay. Okay, that didn't quite work. All right. Let's go in here. Okay. I mostly took care of them. So we could put some of this in here and like this. See what that does. Okay. Let's Maybe we can put this in here. All right, so that took care of him. And our stream is getting kind of dark, so we probably want to. Oh, that will take care of him though. Flying zombie. Okay, perfect. Let's find our bed, and then we'll go back to it because I don't want to deal with the creatures. And we can drop off some of our stone, diorite, dirt, whatnot, materials, and then back to it. And let's move our. We can here. So that takes care of that stuff. Okay. How much do we have? Okay, so we still got 2 stacks of TNT. Side. Go down here and probably drop off some of our. We can take that, drop off that, take some dirt, drop off that. What do we not need? Oh, in a sec. Okay. Oh. And with that, we should have our. Broker over here where we can drop off our stone, dirt, and it gets us back to a good state. Let's see. Okay, it's not going to work quite the way we wanted it to. So we're just going to have to clean up and get it down to a level that we. So maybe it's like, say, maybe 50. Get everything as close to 50 as we can. And that would be a nice. Well, that would be 7 levels, so that would get us back on track. Let's set that as the goal today. Let's get this, at least this section of it, down to 50. And if we can get the whole southern side. Yes, the whole southern side. Yeah, south. I guess however you want. The little section that we're in. Progress here. Definitely going to have a good amount of stone for Haven Sand and a good amount of diorite for the wall, at least for the framing of the wall, and then plenty of dirt to welcome in Art Motion. I did see that you messaged, but I haven't read the second message yet. I will check that out after stream today. But I did not forget. And thank you for the like. Appreciate it. How's your Friday going? a little distracted with our writing project and then working on a custom overlay for Twitch followers from scratch, more or less. Writing a little React app to display that. And then eventually maybe applying that to likes and for Twitch, for TikTok. And we have a new border that we want to try out for the hand cam and the face cam. Those don't require the React app, so probably should have started with those, but in addition to trying to write the novel, I also like writing code, so I got distracted. But that makes our day off to a good start. Still have some things to figure out with the Twitch API, but we're making progress there. And making progress here, we're and welcome back. Good to have you here. How's your Friday going? And thank you for the like. Appreciate it. 186. Doing well, making progress on our bean and getting back into a little React coding for some follower integration. We'll probably also port it or maybe find some other thing that we can do in Angular just to kind of have some variety. And I like Angular, so I want to try to keep a little current. And we're still working on chapter 18 outline. So hopefully we can take some time after the stream and that today. I need to keep that kind of priority. But thank you for the follow. Okay. And we probably needed to make some adjustments. Our Twitch file. Overall goal is 500. That would actually be starting off. But 500 new followers also would not be a bad thing. Again, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's take out the iron and the bone. Guess that won't make much of a difference. Well, we could, we need to save some for, so let's, how does this work? We put this in here. That work? That kind of worked, okay. Let's see how well this does then. And we do want to get it all down to about 50, but if we can get it on the western wall, southern wall as well. That, then we'll do it all at once. Okay. worked out pretty well. Not quite as low as we wanted, but not a bad start. Go to the wall here. See if we can get up to the top and maybe cut it down. We need to find a spot that we can staircase up. We're not going up the staircase because we blew a hole in the wall. But this is close enough. I think we can make the 50, at least in this section. The whole western side, that might be a little bit more challenging, but wow. Almost 500 likes. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. So let's do this. Hello, Gen 4 News. How's it going? How's the Friday? And appreciate the like. So let's something like this. Okay. Like that, and then come over here and see what it looks like. That's not bad. And not quite big enough explosion to take them out. So yeah, I'm doing well. I'm making progress in here, using some TNT to clear things out. We were messing around with some React project this morning, trying something custom that we can do for the Twitch followers. I don't like getting pushed into the wall. Not just pushed against it, but when it fades to black like that, that's I don't know how I looked at you, so okay. Okay, sounds like we got him. Okay. All right, there we go. Ooh. Okay. All right, so we have a lot of stuff up here. All right. We'll go drop stuff off. Someone's chasing us. And yeah, as always, if anyone has questions about the story that we're trying to build, Minecraft in general, if we're able to answer Legos, food, cooking, other games, feel free to chat. Any feedback on the stream layout as well is much appreciated. Okay. Been moving around a little bit over the last week to make it look a little more professional, but within our own flavor. So we'll cut here. Just make our way slowly down the side of the ravine on over here. Getting it down to 52. Get it down to 50. That'd be good. That'll be a nice big section. We started off at 57, so if we can get 7 levels, that makes up for yesterday. It's 3 levels today and plus 1. So if we can use the TNT to kind of clear out the middle and then we can work on the sides, that'll save us some time. Maybe we'll just stick in a line and do it by lines. The fastest way is just doing it line one at a time. It's a little slower doing it like that. Like this is fast, just doing it. Might need to do a little angling over here once we get to the lake feature on the other side. But I think this is okay. We need to be a much smaller project to spend a day with. Let's go carrot and then we'll get back. Perfect. Right, down to 52, which is pretty good, which means if we lay down some more TNT after we get it leveled at least to 52, we'll be below 50, ahead of our goal. Let's see what we can do. Because we still have 45 minutes to go for an hour and a half stream. Not on our React project, there's probably some alternatives, but I have to start off with something like Postman, kind of debug the API side of Twitch thing. And we get some data back, just not the data that we want. And I have a feeling it's something with the crawl, either the URL. The campaign needs to call needs to be URLified or not. Some other things like that we need to test. It's a little unclear on that. there aren't a lot of good tutorials on that. So. Probably write down our documentation there because we have our Substack project, and one of them tortoise tech or just being intentional with the technology. We thought about doing a separate one for these projects. At least if it's one that doesn't have a lot, could be maybe be clear. $583, wow. You're getting a lot of likes. Thank you, everyone. Definitely doing a lot better than I expected. Let's try. The other stuff in here. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Okay. Let's go back and do something. We got a lot of stone that we need to clear up. So let's go just pick up our stone. Move this back and forth a little bit. Try to get it all before it despawns. And I'm less concerned about this back wall here because we want the lake to kind of waterfall down. So having it a little rough in the back isn't bad. So I'm not too worried about getting all the stone there because I don't want it to be smooth. So it just means our roughing job will be a little bit easier. So this is level with the wall. So this would be what we want to, section that we want to work. So we'll take this down here. And this way we'll know where to stop. So this is one section will go on and then this curves. So then we'll do a section here as it goes in that direction. And then a third as it goes back off to the left here. Back in that direction. So we'll divide it into 3 sections here. Oh, thank you for the follow, Scarlett James. Welcome in. How's the Friday and any Minecraft projects or other games you've been playing lately? So we are streaming Minecraft every day and on Fridays. But today we are also going to stream Satisfactory. Now that will be, it won't be a double header. We'll do that this evening, but that is our plan. I don't have an exact time. It'll be sometime between 7 and 9 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll make that announcement over on Discord. You can also follow on TikTok or Twitch, and you should get go live notifications when that happens as well. Because we have our Friday routine we're trying to dial in, and as we get that going, then we'll be able to get the time a little bit closer. And as we're able to do this more realistically full time, we'll be able to put more of a priority on keeping stream times more consistent. And on that note, if anyone has preferences for stream times, more than welcome to put those in chat. I can't promise I'll be able to do everyone's preference, but I will do my best to adjust times if there's enough interest in certain time slots. Is this? Oh, so we don't want to put a torch here because it's not the wall. Okay. 52. Okay. What's our? Oh, we're almost full anyway, so let's go back here and stair step out. Oh, we can put a torch over here by the smoker boxes. Right. Right, so that shulker is full. And now we can. Was this one also full? Oh, fantastic. We just need some dirt to fill it up and a little bit more diorite. But other than that, we're doing pretty well. Okay. All right. Okay. Trying not to waste too many rockets. Well, why not? We probably should sleep. That'll take care of the mobs, and then we can focus on putting down some more TNT. So, let's dig a line here. So this is 50. 50. What is this? It must have had to come up from somewhere. Oh. Not sure what all of that is, or is that just a just a tunnel in here. Okay. It just happened to look like one of the tunnels where we were underground and trying to work our way back up. Yeah, we're making a lot of progress today. We can keep this kind of level of progress up. We might be able to get the ravine done in 2 months instead of 3. I mean, 3 months is also tight too, but um, we'll do we'll put a few in. Steel, and let's see what happens. This is, oh, okay. Chain reaction stopped. All right, let's grab a drink. All right, looking pretty good. Okay, so we'll cut it at the end there so we know where to stop. And then we'll just run down the line. Oh, shorter than we thought, so it's not bad. I'll take that. All right, go down this side. Yeah, we won't much trouble, at least in this section. So we got 2 more, I said, but the section is going pretty nicely. Getting it down to 50. So we need to do 4 more passes on this side, and then 2 more east to the left of us that's above 50. And then we can focus on one of the other 2 sections. So the section that goes west, no, the section that goes south, and then the section that goes east-west. Okay, so that's pretty good there. Oh, but we have some stuff we need to drop off, so let's do that. Oh, but we can't put it in our a shulker. That's in the walls. This would be a sign that. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How's the idea? And any Minecraft projects or games that you've been playing lately? Grab materials here. So we're full there. Okay, so let's hop over here and get this leveled off, squared off. We're at 50, so we'll have one more layer on this side. Do we need to do one more? We'll figure that out here in a second. I think we probably. That's okay. Yeah, because if we go over here, this needs to come down a level too. Maybe we'll just do a line on this side and then take the other side down to 50. We'll have some work done on this side to kind of know what we need to do. Or we just do this down to 51 and then do the other side and do it all at the same time. Also a good plan. Okay. Oh, so far so good. Not bad. Looks like that's numbers are looking pretty good, Christian. Pretty full. Yeah, kinda. Okay, so we're gonna have to drop some stuff off on the off some stuff here. We can off. We'll just have to come back for it later. The shulkers are full. We only brought 2 because we go back and forth every day or so. All right. Hey. No. Hey. right there. Oh, no, no. If I could have got him down a little deeper, I could have got more out of him. Don't want to stare at the Enderman. Oh, we entered the Enderman without him getting angry at us. There's a bonus there. Hey. Pick up some more of our stuff. Benny, how's it go? We're at 50 now, which is good. Okay. Probably should put some, this is walls, so if we put torches on this, we'll be able to tell where we want to stop, because as we get lower, it's going to be harder to see that cobblestone above us. And we'll be able to see it too. I'm assuming most people will appreciate it at least. Got some stuff on this side. That's good. Put some torches down this way. That's Spider-Man. Zombies. Almost like a zombie spawning. Hey. Yeah, that was interesting. Maybe grab another carrot. Probably put something there. I think that lines up with that. We'll just up and down this wall. Fantastic. Stay down. Don't need any help right there. They spawn in groups of threes because we're getting a lot of the three amigos groups. Short, Steve Martin, Chevy Chase. Okay. I'm going to drop some stuff off because we are full. Okay, so let's go over here. Grab our stone on the other side before it spawns, drop that off, and then do 50 on the other side, and that makes a big difference. It's 10 a day, 5 days, so a week would be down to 0. Another 5 days would be roughly bedrock, so in 2 weeks we could be done instead of 2. Our goal isn't to be fast. Our goal is actually to kind of be a little bit on the slow side, to give our story time to percolate in our head and to slow things down a little bit. Kind of appreciate attention span. Drop some stuff here because dirt was something we needed a little bit more of, and diorite too. So let's keep those. We had a little bit of space left for those in our chest. All right. Not bad. I think once we get through this, no, we got one. Right, so get these 2 lines done. We'll just do it at once because there's just a little bit of right here. There we go. And boom. That gets us down to 50 on this side. So now we'll start with the other section. Let's see if we can get those down to 50. So this was a pretty good effort. Good progress. Right, so now, do this section here straight in front of us. And do this section. So what we want to do is probably cut it off here. is, oh, this actually needs to be, that's locked. If they have a little bit more to this section. If that's the case, what this does. Okay. Over to so we'll lay that here. Right, and then we can do that's there. So we'll do that, and so that's gonna pick up some of this for us, but we still got a ways to go. So we'll go. We have, okay, we got a lot here, so we'll just do one at a time for a bit here. Get some of this done. Cut this, okay. So we do have a little bit of ways to go here before. This way. Just back and forth this a little bit. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of adjustment up there. We can get most of it. Cut the bottom out. This is okay. I don't know how far. A little bit. Better approximation. Did our audio cut out? Our audio. Can you restart? No. Way back. Hopefully that wasn't. All right, come on. So pausing here for a moment while we let our monitor catch back up with us. It's taken a while. Thank you for bearing with me, everyone. Slow and steady is good, but fast and steady for the Chromebook. Testing, testing. We're back. Audio monitoring is going. I keep the volume low. It doesn't bother me too much because the delay is long enough, but not bad. And then having it soft, I can just kind of listen to not really what I say, but that something's being said. And that way I get a better feel for if the audio volume is too low or if I forgot to unmute myself or something. That is the goal there. Welcome in, Ash. So let's. Okay. So we should have this piece carved out. That works. Okay. Okay. So we're going to need to prepare a tool now. So let's see what we can do. So I think if we get this cleared out, that'll probably be pretty good for stream. That'll put us close to an hour and a half. And then we'll also lay down the 60 TNT that we have left on us. So that way we can always bring back a little bit more with us. I was trying to be cautious because I know we have 30 million or so another rack that we need to get rid of. So making sure that we have enough for that because sand is not renewable yet for some reason. Which has come up on the spawn chunks before. I've been wanting to kind of get into the conservation. The problem is, unless you put that, there's a lot of contradictions because unless you put it in the game, people won't know. And then if you ignore, if you don't think it's a good idea to send people to the wiki to learn stuff, then kind of which was it? Send people to the wiki, sure, they could learn about the conservation. But if you're not going to go down that path, then you need to put it in the game so people feels like there's still a touch of identity crisis. And smart people could just welcome in Cranberry, welcome back. How's the Friday going? I have a halfway decent memory. I will most certainly forget something sooner or later, but I do try to remember. Oh, nice. What kind of painting and what subject matter, if you don't mind me asking? Not that I know a big difference between acrylic and always curious to hear some of the finer points of art. Saki K. So let's grab something. Okay, so that sounds familiar. It sounds like an anime. It sounds like one I've seen. Like a psychic one. If it is an anime. I think we're pretty good. Okay, we got that cut out. And now we can focus on this section. Yeah. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. It's like some kind of mental or psychic abilities, yeah, like a comedic spin. I don't know if I've seen all of that, but I do remember watching a bit of that. Not all that long. That actually had a we like that one. And then the classics, each One Piece. Food Wars is actually one that I kind of like too. Blue Exorcist, Fire Corpse, Full Metal. Ajin is a good one. It's a little on the kind of making you think and yeah, I just finished was it season 2 or season 3, whatever the latest season. The 1,000-Year War. Case Closed was a big one. And I think it was called Millionaire Detective. Something like that. Thank you for like, appreciate it. That one, don't know that I would say it's quite comedic, but I think it was kind of a lighter tone, Batman kind of thing. I have to go list. I haven't watched as much anime lately, but I do feel like a good one. I tend to lean more towards like the detective, comedy, with some exceptions like Bleach and One Punch Man. Yes, I did really like that one. And Hunter x Hunter. I don't think I ever finished Hunter x Hunter, but I did like it. I did like One Punch Man. Yeah, I like kind of the over the top way that One Punch Man is done. Kind of fits in the these kind of style. It's like serious situations, but for the hero, it's more or less a comedic situation. Let's see. Do something like that with that. Cool. For this one, yeah. So we'll get this down to 50. That'll probably be our stream. Once we get this block to what's now to the left of us. I think there's some other good. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend Food Wars. It has kind of that one punch hit to it, but some of the like cooking techniques are good technique. Yeah. Case closed. Detective Conan was one. Robotech is kind of a classic. That's a good question. I watched it on, I guess it's Crunchyroll now. Was Funimation, and I also watched it a lot on Toonami. I haven't seen it play lately there, but it might just be kind of as they have the financial resources to include things like that. Their programming changes. So yeah, if it's not on like Toonami, Cartoon Network, Crunchyroll. I think you can watch some of the anime on Nami website too. So if it is there, you might be able to watch it there. Enjoy. Okay. So let's dig a trench here. Yeah, hope you have a good day too, and come back anytime and let me know how Hunter x Hunter and One Punch is. Enjoy the rest of the Friday. 4, so not bad. More. Let's see how much of this. Okay, well, we're gonna need to grab some carrots and stuff. So that's gonna clear out some there, and that's good. I think somebody shot at me. Where we get? Oh, okay. Okay. Carve out a little bit here. This looks. Okay, that's pretty good. And we'll just. Making pretty good progress because this is our no, this is our this line somewhere here. Oh, we might just work on that tomorrow. So we need to get some carrots because we're getting low. We're gonna need to repair a tool and close to needing to go to lunch. All right, there we go. Good here. All right. Is this our line? It's kind of our line, or do we want to go one more? Oh no, this was our line. Okay. Let's see how much. Put this down to 50, and then we'll just have this little here to go. Do that tomorrow. So we didn't quite get the whole thing done down to 50, but we did make quite a bit of progress. So that is good. before. Let's get this down to 50. Okay. Um, okay. So come over here. We'll do this. Ah, perfect. We can do this. So we gotta need to figure out a little bit here. This would do nicely. 3. Yeah, that's. Wait, why didn't it switch? Chest. Okay. Uh, so we can dump a bunch of stuff in here. So let's grab a bunch of this. Okay. We'll fill up, drop some of this off, and then we'll take this down. We're getting really, really close. Right, so go through here. That I think that's pretty good. Oh, down and back, down and back. Okay. Is that a single hole or is that a like a fairly large, rather large cavern there? Oh, okay. That's gonna say well, both make it easier, and that's less that we have to dig, and also make it a little more challenging in that we have to dig. Let's is this the wall? Yeah, it's complete. bore through this, and I think this is the wall on this side. So nothing else. This is definitely the wall over here. So and we'll just sit down over here and watch it go. Wait, did someone shoot down this? Okay, so let's get this piece, but let's do it from over here. We don't fall in, then we'll go grab some carrots from top, and then we'll fly back to Overmorrow, and then we'll be done. So we can drop off diorite, granite, cobblestone. We can put there. We can condense some of that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So we have some caverns on this side that are going to be interesting. Let's just see. No. This is one. Because we said we were going to lay down the 37 that we had, so we'll do that, and then we'll go. Perfect. Oh, no, no. I don't need your help either. That was nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. And we'll just here. Oh, we don't want to do that. Mm. think we might have entered the wandering cave. Do we have enough space? Yes, we do. We're going to take our shulkers with us. That way we can... So let's light that up and see what happens. We're going to put some torches on the wall. Oh. Back on the wall. Hmm. We could launch something over here. Do that, and then we'll come over here. Perfect. Okay. Let's pull it up and then see if we can. Yeah, look at that is nice. Those are quite as elegant as we'd hoped for, but not bad. Let's see, we have our geo that's coming down there. Okay. We don't have anything over here. We can't really see that deep over there, but we'll take some of this forest maybe on this side. We'll change into like our dark forest, like obsidian and something else. You can see this looks pretty good here. Like this level of detail, this looks a little sharper to me. Maybe I might mention. I think this is vibrant visuals here. Does look a little crisper to me. It's not until the sun gets, I guess it is kind of high. Until you get closer to it and the sun is high, and then it gets kind of plasticky. Like right now, I think it actually looks pretty clear. Especially like where we don't have a lot of level surfaces, where we have kind of the textured area. That looks good. This is the section we do tomorrow. We'll take this down to 50. That should be easily doable during a stream. This is all down to 50 over here. So we've made a lot of progress. A few spots are deeper than that, but This is looking pretty good here. Down to the edge here. Oh, that would probably be good if we just come over to the water's edge over here. If we come down here, corner, we can a little bit around. Look at that. So making some good progress on this side. So with that, I think we're going to X and X. And then yeah, we're gonna need to go probably spend some time with plants too. Put some cobblestone. On the site. Cobble, granite, and the site. Not everything. Okay. And we'll take some dirt with us. And we're going to need minor tools in that, but we're not going to do that on stream because we're already really close to the 2 hours. Got other things we need to do. So with that, we're going to head back to Overmorrow so we can drop this stuff off and then our tools. We'll start wrapping up our stream, so we'll start some of our outro here. So thank you, Cranberry, Gen 4, Bing, Heart Motion, and everybody else for the likes and follows on the stream on TikTok and Twitch. I appreciate the support. If you want to find more of what we're working on, check us out on Linktree, the link pr.ee/mindtripmedia. And that's exclamation social on TikTok will give you that link, as well as exclamation link on Twitch should work. And it will also be on our outro screen coming up here in a few minutes. That will have links to our TikTok, our Twitch, the VODs, which are over on YouTube. YouTube also has our gaming channel that we post to infrequently. But there's stuff there. Our mostly Lego build channel, Substack, and any of the other projects that we have going on. So if you like those, you can check that out. And if you really like them, feel free to share it out. And that'll be a wrap for day 534 of the journey. 5:35 tomorrow will be in the afternoon to 2-ish or 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll do an hour or so. Keep an eye out for Blue Sky, which is also on our link tree. That's where we've got our announcements for times. It should be coming up on Overmorrow here in a second. Okay, good. Would be here. Okay. Do we have stuff in this? That stone. So we'll put this down. Here and these are diorites, so that we can put down. Maybe we'll pull at least the diorite out of it. I don't want to spend too much time organizing now. Let's see a lot of that. So it seems like a good stopping point. Which is the other thing. Like some streams will have a rough ending time, but we'll certainly consider streaming longer if there are enough people in chat. But for now, I think we'll do this. So, have any chest on us? What is this one? Are you just stuck there? As long as you're stuck there. Oh, this is the one for our stone. So we'll drop off our stone here. Right. Because what we want is dirt. Because we'll do some terraforming tomorrow. And then we'll close out our stream over by our carrots because we need to get that up before we go mend our tools. And these probably need to be a little bit closer before they grow. So we're just going to sit here. Sign off. So we already did our outro. And again, when our close out, the end screen will have a link to Linktree, which will have, as mentioned, our TikTok, Twitch, Blue Sky, all of the important socials that we're on. And if you like those, you can follow us on any of those. And if you really like it, check us out. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow when the journey continues, where we'll be doing some terraforming, laying down some dirt in Overmorrow, and heading back over to Inkwood and doing some more ravine work over there. So feel free to come back tomorrow when the journey continues. Have a good rest of your Friday and have a good weekend.